Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Beginners Forex Academy. This is Jordan Rosario, and on today's call, I want to talk a little bit more about this position lot size calculator that we have right here, and specifically the strategy and what I'm using it for in order to place my particular trade. So, with that being said, we can see that we have a chart of gold, XAU USD. It is about 2 o'clock right now, so technically, I'm not going to be placing a trade as I do not trade during this time. A lot of you know that I trade right around Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, I want to go ahead and show you specifically a little bit of the strategy I'm currently using just to give you a little bit of a mock-up what I would do. That way you can take something, and I do hope, I do envision you do take something out of this video as with every other video, and it is of good use to you. So, with that being said, we're going to take a look at gold USD, and I'm going to pull up my position lot size calculator. Now, in order to do that, again, if you do need a step-by-step guide on how I was able to get this installed onto my MetaTrader program, there's already a video and installation guide on that on my channel. So feel free to go ahead, go to World Changing Podcast, go to my Beginner's Guide playlist, and you'll definitely see that over there. So we're going to go ahead and click on this particular icon right over here. And by doing so, I'm going to pull up the what I'd like to call my position lot size calculator console. Basically, all that right there was just a fancy arrangement of words saying this is what I use to help me with my risk management. So, with that being said, we've got a few different options right here, and I actually want to start by going over to this right here. This is the first thing I check, which is my risk parameters. And the idea is I'm always going to be basing my trades off of the 1% rule. Now, the reason I base my trades off of the 1% rule is it's going to take 100 trades of failing. Not that we're putting that out in the universe, but it's going to take 100 trades in order for my account to blow up. So by doing it in the manner where I am understanding that and doing my risk accordingly, that'll help me in terms of practicing and protecting my account from getting blown up. So from this point, what we would do is we would go over then to after I figured out what my balance is, because my balance based on the way I trade is going to be different from my equity, which is what I'm going to be basing my lot size on. This lot size right here is at, or I'm sorry, my equity is at $84, as you can see down below. And the idea is that I do want to risk about 1% of this equity, basing it off of 100 points. Now, once I have that, what I would do is I understand that my recommended lot size is at 0.01. Okay. So understanding that, now you can also see that I've got a red dashed line right here, which is where I would go ahead and my recommended stop loss would be placed. And we're going to get to that in just a moment, but you can already see how this particular lot size calculator is indeed going to work for us. Now that we've got that covered, and free margin, essentially, I don't necessarily pay attention to a whole lot of that, so I'm going to leave that alone. But now I come back to balance. So balance, again, is going to be different. Mine is about at $240 right now. Now we could see that my recommended size, just based off of the 100 points, would be at 0.02. Now, if you remember correctly, that's going to be a little bit, that's double the lot size than what was recommended based off my equity. So I am going to change this stop loss points right here to a higher point percentage to account for the bigger balance. So let's say I go up to 200. Now that right there, 200 is at 0.01. So that would be a lot better of a stop loss for me. And I can determine what that lot size would be based again on the red dashed line. Now, once I have that, I would do my take profit points. Now, I'll always go for a 3-time ratio. So a 3R, a 3-to-1 risk to reward to risk ratio. So my take profit, if my stop loss is going to be at 200 points. My take profit would be at 600 points. And I can see exactly how my trade will be drawn up. So I'll either go to the red line or we'll either go to the green line, and I will make my strategy based on that. Now, with that being said, my strategy is a little bit different. For those that have been paying attention, I have been a proponent of the hedge trading strategy. So instead of outright closing the trade when my trade either gets to a take profit or a stop loss, I base my account based on where I am, and I'll either place let's say I'm in a buy. If it gets to my stop loss, I place a sell. Or if it gets to a take profit, I'd go ahead and close out that buy trade. Vice versa, it gets to a sell. If it hits my stop loss, I place a buy. If it hits my take profit, I'll go ahead and close that trade, and we will keep going from there and there and there. And as I go ahead and I continue to open these trades, of course, if I find myself getting into a buy position and there's already a sell trade in profit, excuse me, there's a buy trade that I can take. And there is a sell trade that is in profit, I'll close that. And if there is a sell trade that has a buy trade in profit, I'll close that and we'll keep going from there. So I wanted to go ahead and show off a little bit on what I've been working with. Now, granted, I've been practicing this particular strategy since Wednesday, so that would be about 3 or 4 trading days ago. So we're going to go ahead and continue to see how this lot size calculator will work, how the strategy will work in our favor as we move along in our trading journey. So with that being said, just wanted to go ahead and show off the lot size calculator a little bit more, show off exactly what my strategy is going to be on this with this particular tool, and we will go ahead and we will continue the journey from there. So with that being said, before we go, I've got 3 very important statements that I would like to submit over to you. I submit to you to be great, I submit to you to be favored, and I submit to you to be the person that you desire and that you're destined to become. Thank you.